how was the driving issue?
It was alright. I'm having the car drive. I got a U-Haul. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Come on.
Right up here. You drive a U-Haul?
No, typically I drive a car, but I got a U-Haul this morning because I felt easier.
Okay. All right. Well, grab a seat wherever you're comfortable, Mr. Taylor. This is Scott Robinson. I believe you've talked to him before.
Charles, how are you?
All right. How are you?
So my name's Fred Johnson. I'm the chief of district court, so Kelsey's one of 12 deputies that I supervise. For purposes of this, I know you don't have an attorney in the case. So we're going to record this for everyone's sake. You'll get a copy of that. You comfortable with that? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Scott's got the recorder right here. Okay, so we're on January 9th. We've got Mr. Charles Taylor, Fred Johnson, and investigator Scott Robinson here just for a meeting. And Mr. Taylor, you asked for the meeting to talk about your interactions with our deputy, I think.
No, it's a handful of things. And to be honest with you, is there a supervisor of him that's available too?
We can make one available.
Because he has very rapist behavior, and I really don't like it.
Who's this?
You.
What
You have like predator type behavior.
So, Mr. Taylor, can talk.
I will completely be civil with you because you've been nothing but respectful with me. But he hasn't.
Okay, but
you're breaking the law every single day that you're actively doing this shit. So 3 years ago, I had a friend of mine that I grew up with since childhood. Haven't seen him since I was probably 17 or 18 years old. We were Facebook friends. I seen him make a post, and the post that he made was like suicidal concerning. And so I called the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office in Tampa, Florida. I recognized where he was at based on the hotel in the background. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office went there. They Baker acted him. They put him in mental hospital for 30 days. When he got out of the mental hospital, he had nowhere to go. And so I talked to some old friends that we grew up with, and I talked to his parents, and his parents arranged him to come here to Colorado, and I was going to try to help him get mentally back on his feet. The first couple months he was here, everything was, he was like talking to himself a little bit here and there, but overall he was doing very well. Towards the end of that first summer, going into like the colder season, his mentality completely changed and he went into a full-on schizophrenic episode. He put a knife up to my 2-year-old's throat and held a razor right here and had his forehead up against his hand up against the baby's forehead and said, "Tonight, Wesley's sacrifice is going to happen, but not until Randy gets here." And Randy was his imaginary friend. And so I called the Longmont Police Department and I said, "Hey, I need somebody to please come out and address this shit."
Okay.
And so 2 officers respond and they give me this spiel of, "Look, man, unfortunately, because of COVID, there's really not," this is like right when COVID started. He was like, "There's really not much that we could really do right now. The county and the jail has our hands tied of what we can and we can't prosecute or bring into the jails right now." And I said, "Look, man, they don't mean, they mean like if you're driving and you see some fucking dude on his way home from work and he's got a suspended license, but he didn't commit any traffic violations, he was just driving home from work, they don't want you tying up the fucking courts with that. When somebody holds a fucking razor to a 2-year-old's throat and says he's going to kill him, they abso-fucking-lutely want you to pursue that shit." And so I demanded a supervisor. Sergeant Madigan from the Longmont Police Department came. He was pissed that he had to be there for 30 minutes. He was arguing with me that they weren't going to do anything. Then I said, "Well, then you need to take him to a fucking hospital." I was like, because I shouldn't be in a position to where I might have to fucking kill somebody in my house to protect my kids. And so, no, this is where it all stems.
Okay.
And so that night,
what stems?
this is where all of this shit stems. This is where all of this shit stems from.
Are we talking about your case itself?
Yes.
So
yes.
Before you do that,
it's very important that you hear this because when this happened last time, Ken Kupfner dropped everything because he said this is absolutely police retaliation. And now Ken Kupfner's not working in your office anymore.
No, I just saw Ken a minute ago.
Well, then have him come in here so he could fucking verify that this is all bullshit.
Yeah, he's not. He's headed out to court. But let me finish because
let me finish. I asked for a meeting with you to explain to you everything that's going on. Those are my exact words. And I said I don't feel comfortable emailing it because it's a lot.
Okay.
And you agreed to that, right?
I will listen to you. But you understand that when you talk to me about your case, that it can be used.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You don't have a lawyer, and that makes me.
Do you understand that I have a real fucking law degree from the University of Florida? You guys might call that a fucking bluff, but I have a better fucking law education than you do, and I have a better fucking law education than you do, fuckboy.
So we're not gonna have a meeting with you if you call anyone named.
He shouldn't be here. I didn't ask to have a meeting with him.
But I know.
I asked to have a meeting with you.
Do you think you can have a meeting without calling?
Here's the thing. When my life is being fucked with by you guys, the Longmont Police Department, now my kids are. My oldest son hasn't been to school in 2 fucking months because of Longmont Police Department. I absolutely don't have to kiss your guys' ass. I'm allowed to have whatever attitude I want, and I'm allowed to be upset when I have not committed any fucking law, broke any laws in the state of Colorado.
So, Mr. Taylor, I'm going to listen to you. And how you talk to me, I don't really care.
Thank you. And I'll be respectful if you're respectful back, but I got 3 minutes in and you've already cut me off, and
well, because
there's no
I don't understand what we're talking about.
Because you haven't let me finish, have you?
No, but...
Are you a psychic? Are you a psychic? How could you possibly know what I'm going to say 5 minutes from now?
What I do know...
Do you know what I'm going to say 5 minutes from now?
No, I don't know what you're going to say 5 minutes from
now. Then don't interrupt me. Even if everything I say is completely irrelevant, you can have enough respect to just be quiet and listen.
I do. But
then do that.
Your rights are important to me.
And I've already explained to you that I went to law school. I've already said I want to represent myself.
You want to talk about your case?
Yes.
3 minutes. I'm listening.
All right. I don't have 3 minutes.
I'll listen longer.
Thank you.
I took my lunch break to meet with you because I'm really busy and it's important to me to hear from you.
It's obviously not because you're playing the condescending game that everybody's playing.
Respectful.
Again, I don't have any requirements to be respectful to you. I don't. You do have requirements to be respectful to me. I don't have any obligations to you.
I have obligations to make sure you understand that you could incriminate yourself.
Absolutely, and I've told you now twice, yes, I understand. I told the judge that 3 times now in 3 separate court proceedings that I understand the consequences of representing myself. I told you that I have a law degree from a better school than you graduated from, so I'm really not understanding your confusion.
My confusion? I don't have any confusion.
Okay, then let me finish talking, please.
Yes, please.
All right, so Officer Madigan had an attitude that he had to be out there. He ended up getting in a fight with the core team. The core team people came out there to talk to him. He got in a fist fight with them. 3 officers tackle him to the ground. They wrestle him to the ground. He drops shit out of his pocket. At the same time, they're fighting with him. The officers take him to the hospital. Female officer says, "Hey, Charles, can you please go put this marijuana and other things back in," and I have it all on recording, back in Philip's room so it's not out here in the yard. I said, absolutely. I take his stuff. I open his bedroom door, and right at the foot of his bed is a bag this fucking big, completely full of white powder. I'm not a saint. I've done drugs in my fucking time, but I didn't recognize the powder. And so that was very concerning to me. And so I called Longmont Police back, and I said, hey, listen, you guys just took Philip Clark out of here to the hospital. He just dropped stuff in a yard. You guys had me go put it in his room. When I went into his room, there's a huge bag of what appears to be possibly drugs. I don't know what they are. I need somebody to please come remove these from my house. I have 3 babies at my home. The dispatcher seemed concerned. She said, absolutely. She sent an officer to my house. Officer came. She collected the substance. An hour and a half later, at my door. I'm sitting here watching TV with my kids. I don't think anything of it. Up until this point, I've never had any conflict or any interaction with Longmont Police Department, never, not once. And so I opened the door, female officer holding this bag of substance, which you watched the video that I sent you, and said, hey, Charles, actually, Sergeant Madigan told me that this isn't your property. And since you went into Philip's room and you got this without Philip's consent, if you don't go put it back exactly where you found it, then we're going to have to arrest and charge you for theft. For stealing his fentanyl, what tested to be fucking pure fentanyl. And so I said, I double fucking dare you to charge me for stealing his fucking property. Because I will own your ass. And I would have if I would have been charged for stealing his fucking property. Because I did what every single kindergartner was told from the fucking first day they stepped into fucking kindergarten. If you see something and you don't know what it is and it could be dangerous, what do? You stop, you walk away, and you call 911. I did exactly what the fuck I was supposed to. And so then I'm getting threatened with the rest if I don't put it back. I refuse, and what does she do? On film, she leaves 10 grams of fentanyl, enough to kill 35,000 fucking people in Longmont, on my fucking doorstep on video. Then the outcome of that was I didn't even post it initially. Because I'm not a fucking one of those people. That's the first video I've ever posted on YouTube. I'm not one of those people. And I said to her, I said, listen, I need you to really understand. I don't care that Jared Polis has decriminalized this shit, has defelonized it. This is still it's a federal crime. Like, you guys left with these drugs. You went back to the police department. You were at the police department for over an hour with those drugs. What you are doing right now is distribution of narcotics. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Can you help me understand, Mr. Taylor?
And so I post that video on YouTube because for 4 days I don't get any response from supervisors. And so I posted on YouTube. That same day, Longmont Police Department goes on social media, Robin Erickson, and she posts all over my YouTube, all over my Facebook, all over my Facebook groups that this is a lie, that this didn't happen, and that was not even a Longmont police officer. And so then the result of that was 50,000 fucking people bashing me, throwing shit at my house, dumping trash in my fucking yards, all of this nonsense. All of the admins in my group that are in my Facebook group right now are all people who shit talked me, who all thought I was fucking batshit crazy, and all thought that I was a liar and making shit against the Longmont Police Department. And now they're all admins in my group. And that's what the fucking problem is. I was running a charity. Then, after this fentanyl issue, I have 4 officers meet me at the end of my fucking street with the core team. I'm leaving my house. They pull me over with the core team. Does the core team, Mr. Investigator, does the core team typically ride with police officers for traffic stops?
Why are you yelling?
Because I have a right to be passionate.
You can yell.
Again, no, because your life isn't being fucked with by police officers because they fucked up. Your kids aren't being fucked with. Your house wasn't just raided 5 fucking days ago. The walls tested for methamphetamines. My wife and I were forced to take drug tests by a fucking warrant from a judge in this building. With no fucking probable cause. I have a right to be pissed.
I thought you wanted to talk to me about Ms. Waldorf.
I do. I'm getting to that. And so then, after I post this, and then I get messed with multiple times, and it's all recorded, then I have somebody trying to steal my car. I noticed a person trying to steal my car, and I run outside. I jump in the passenger door, and I go to grab the keys. He puts his hands up, and as hard as I possibly fucking could, one time and one time only, I hit him right here. Because I know you can't drive if your eyes are too fucking watered to see. I hit him in his fucking nose. The police come because a security officer saw me doing this. Longmont police charged me for assault, and they let this fucking piece of shit thief leave with my car for 6 days until he ran it into the fucking ground. That's the case that they fucked with me last time, and Ken Kuffner dropped everything. And actually what he said was, look, man, you told my deputy district attorney in a packed courtroom, you pray her fat floppy ass goes out of the windshield of her car. Oh, absolutely, and it's my right to do. I'm allowed to pray for anything I want to in this country. And if you guys are offended by my prayers, then you guys all need mental fucking health evaluations for thinking that Charlie Taylor has a fucking divine connection with big guns upstairs. That would be on you guys, not me. I could pray for whatever I want. I'm allowed to pray for whatever I want. And so then Ken Kuffner dropped everything because he agreed that, yeah, I absolutely have a right to be pissed off when I'm criminally charged for no other fucking reason than posting police officers on YouTube. Then I'm running my 3rd fucking charity again for school supplies. 3rd year in a row, 2nd year I had fucking... The first year she was doing it for haircuts, which were supposed to be for free, but then at the last minute, she ended up collecting $400 fucking for free haircuts. Then we're doing this fucking school supply drive, and she makes this, she's going on and on. Every year that I do it 2 weeks before school starts. The reason I do it 2 weeks before school starts, as you've watched all the fucking videos, you already know the answer to that, because you've watched the same discovery that I have. The reason for 2 weeks before is because if I posted when April wanted me to 2.5 months before school started, every scumbag on the planet would have been messaging and saying, I need free school supplies, I need this, I need that. That isn't what the fuck it was designed for. That school supply drive was designed for parents who bust their ass and work every single fucking day and they mentally think they have it. And then 2 weeks before fucking school starts, life happened. And you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So that's the idea of the school drive.
Mr. Taylor,
we're at the school drive now, so that means that we're pretty almost done, so why don't you let me continue?
Yeah, I just want to warn you, I didn't know how long your meeting was going to be, so I set aside a half hour for you.
That's fine, I'm almost done.
Okay.
She's begging me for months, hey, can I please make the school supply list? Can I please make the school supply list? Can I please make the school supply list? Multiple times, I told her no and no for the reason that I said. Then she was demanding that she wanted a space. Last year, Hidden Treasures in North Main let us use their business for the haircuts and the school supply drive. She wanted me to rent out of my own pocket the Isaac Walton Center, which is $800 a day, so she could do free haircuts. And so I said, no, like, we can go to Jeff Noonan and Sandra Noonan's business on North Main. Like, and she's like, but it was hot in there and it was a little cramped. I didn't say this to her, but when somebody's letting you use their business, who gives a fuck how comfortable it is? You use their business for what you need it for. You don't pay $800 to rent a building to promote yourself for free fucking haircuts, because that takes all the kindness out of it. And so she does that, and so then she ends up asking me, I had a car I was selling, and the car caught on fire, and I had my hands full. I was standing literally at the mechanic shop. They accidentally caught my car on fire. I'm standing there with the fire department, and April's messaging me about this fucking list. And I said, just do whatever, April, because I had my hands full with a $40,000 car. And so she makes this Amazon list for the school supply, and I never had a chance to look at it because I was occupied with my car shit. And so like 3 or 4 days after she had the list posted, one of the group members messaged me and said, hey, Charlie, if I send you $500, can you just go on April's list and order this stuff in? And I said, absolutely. So he sent me the money, and I go on the list, and then I notice immediately, binders. We only needed help for 42 kids. That's 42 kids from the grades of pre-K to 12th grade. So 13 grades, 42 kids. That's 3 kids per grade. 3.5. So 3.5 per class. Glue sticks. We needed 8 glue sticks. She had 2,500 glue sticks on the list. Binders, we needed 15. She had 4,000 binders on the list because everything was set up as bulk. And at first, I genuinely thought that it was probably an accident because April's not that smart. She's not. And I thought that she made some kind of like it was a simple mess up. And so I messaged her and I said, hey, April, I said, I don't know if you noticed this, I said, but a lot of this stuff, like actually most of it is all quantities. For instance, like you have backpacks, 1 is really 25, binders, 12 is really fucking, it was 12 times 12, 144. And you do the math on all of this.
I'm not following you as to the performance of my deputy district attorney.
What do you mean you're not following me? How the fuck is posting 2 fucking posts on Facebook? Letting me. No, me. How the fuck, and I want you to answer this, and I'll tone my shit with you. I made 2 posts on Facebook. I made one that said, hey, Sharkies is hiring. I guess she didn't make it long enough for the bonus.
Okay.
Nope. And then I made another post saying, hey guys, this is what happened. I apologize. Where are all the people that were defending April at? Nothing to say today. Huh, AC Worfy? That's not fucking stalking somebody. That is not the definition of stalking somebody. And if you really fucking want to play... No, you're not fucking stupid. And I pray the same thing for you. I pray that fucking one day you're driving on the fucking road and the 18-wheeler takes your fucking life away. And no, I really do. I pray. Because you're a spineless piece of shit. Because you're aware. Yeah. You know I didn't break the fucking law.
Pray for what you want, Mr. Taylor, as you pointed out.
You know I didn't break the fucking law.
I'm unconcerned.
Explain to me the law that I broke and why.
I'm unconcerned with your prayers.
Nope. What you're concerned about is following this liberal fucking ideology of Boulder fucking Colorado. Letting the last 12 fucking kid fuckers out on PR fucking bonds, you spineless fucking piece of shit. You let the last 12 sex offenders out on PR fucking bonds. No jail time, fucking work release, and you're playing fucking games over Facebook posts. Same thing with the fucking dude that shot up the fucking King Supers. You guys had fucking 2 years before he ever walked into a fucking courtroom. You guys have a guy who was fucking, and I thought he was stupid. I wouldn't have fucking videotaped it, but guess what, jackass? It was his fucking right to. In 2 years before families get justice, you guys have somebody in a fucking courtroom for videotaping with his rights that got dismissed. What the fuck are you doing to this county? What the fuck are you doing to the state? And why haven't you quit this job? Because I know you're not a freaking retard liberal. I know you're not. Are you happy that somebody made 2 Facebook posts calling somebody out from stealing from 50 fucking kids is being criminally fucking charged faster than the last dozen sex offenders that fuck little kids?
So, Mr.
Now answer that for real.
Mr. Taylor.
What is the bigger fucking problem here?
He's not going to answer that.
No, he already did with his fucking eyes because I took psych classes too at the fucking law school. And he absolutely did answer with his eyes. His eyes say, yeah, no, it is. He's not allowed to answer it, but he knows it's absolutely fucking ludicrous that we're in here over a fucking Facebook post versus letting kid fuckers out on the fucking street.
So you're upset.
Go fuck yourself. Who's your supervisor?
You're upset.
Who's your supervisor?
You're upset about that. I'll tell you that.
Can I, actually, I don't, I'm done with you. Can
No,
you?
you're not done with me. I'm not done with you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you.
Yeah?
Listen to me. I want to be clear with you. I want to be crystal clear. You strike me as dangerous. You being around my deputies is unacceptable. You can see Ms. Waldorf in court, and only in court. And if I hear otherwise, I perceive you as a threat.
I've never contacted her.
Foaming at the mouth. You are losing control.
I'm allowed to be upset.
You can talk to her.
I'm allowed to
in
be
court.
upset.
She has done nothing wrong.
She stole
You
fucking
are not telling me anything.
$10,000.
You're telling me nothing. You are wasting my time.
Have a good day. It was nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you, Mr. Taylor. I'm glad we reached an understanding.
Me and you, please talk.
Let's go. I'll talk to you in the morning.
Thank you.
This way. You have a nice day, sir. Drive safe.
What's up?
I'd like to have a private conversation.
All right.
What's up?
I'm sorry for being an asshole. I don't like to be upset.
I appreciate
No, I want you to answer my question for real. Yes. The last 12 fucking sex offenders have been PR bonded, have not gotten jail time. They have gotten work release instead. They fucking gave me a $10,000 bond for making 2 Facebook posts. That's all I've done, dude.
Mr. Taylor, I wanted you to have discovery for your case while you're here.
It's already too late. You guys already failed your deadline.
Okay, well, I'm just handing you the...
You guys have already failed your deadline. You guys have 25 days. She didn't give me discovery until December 22nd. You guys already lost the case. Good luck. Have a good day.
You have a good day.
No, I'm not aware.
I have no problem talking with you, sir. No, I think you're disgusting. I think you're a disgusting human being.
Okay, I'm glad to hear it. You want to know who my supervisor
Do you know who
was?
sympathized with sex offenders? This guy. How many sex offenders have you recommended a PR bond for in the last 12 months? How many? How many sex offenders have you recommended
So
a
you
PR
do
bond?
want to talk to me?
No, I want an answer.
Yeah, you want an answer?
How many have you PR bonded?
I don't
How many
think
of you
any.
offered work
I think
release?
0. I don't
No.
think this is a productive
It's all in
conversation.
the
I think
newspaper.
everything should stay from here forward in the courtroom, okay?
Yes, sir.
Everything from this forward. I think we have exhausted how we're going to talk, right? And we have to agree to disagree, so now we can let
Him
everything.
flipping out on
We
recording,
have
you
to,
actually just lost
we
your
have
case. You're not
to agree
allowed
to
to talk like
disagree
that.
with
I
everything in
promise
the
you
court,
lost your case.
okay?
But you flipping out on me, you lost it.
Stay focused on me for a second, okay?
Have a good day.
Everything for the
You've been
court,
there for a
okay?
second.
Let's go.
I wasn't aware of the PR.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not
Are
joking,
you-
but I can look into it.
No, I really want you to look into that. And then also look into why they hated them all in fucking Longmont, too. Do you know why the answer is that? And then that's not a bullshit. So they're documented, there are 222 homeless people in Longmont. Guess how many of them are registered sex offenders? 1 out of fucking 3. You know why that is? You know why they send them to Longmont? It's so that way they could funnel in all the millions of fucking dollars in grant money to all these nonprofits. But guess who aren't eligible to walk in there and get them? The child funders. It's a fucking, all of it's a fraud.
All right, Charles. Take care of yourself, okay?
Alright, I'm sorry for being an asshole to you.
Sorry.
I still don't think highly of you. I think it's bullshit that you're investigating when you see it. Even when you guys called Wharfies, and in Discovery, in the second paragraph, it says, they confirmed, April was doing her own thing. So I'm running for my business
Just
and
remember,
charity.
just remember, all I do is the investigation. I don't
Right,
make a
and all of your
determination.
investigation shows that she stole from fucking kids and I called her out for it.
I just document
Yes
what
or
I
no?
find. I document it. It's
Right,
up-
but even in your shit,
But
you
here-
documented
it's
it.
up to
Even
you guys
stuff
in
that you
court.
guys have
Listen,
documented.
forward, it has to be in the courtroom, okay? We
It's
can't
gonna
do
be
it
up to you in
around
court
here.
to determine what the
Okay?
facts are, okay?
Thank you.
All right,
Have a good one.
Good job.
take care.